On behalf of CL Organization 360, it is my privilege to present the work, the research, and the vision of Afaru Ifil, an architect, interior designer, author, poet, and teacher. What you are about to hear is not simply a study of history, it is a testimony. It is the weaving together of heritage, scripture, architecture, and purpose. Afaru invites us to begin with a recognition that we all come from a nation of royalty and people. The Moors, who stand at the center of this history, were not just conquerors or travelers. They were visionaries. They lived as builders, thinkers, and scholars who reshaped entire civilizations. They remind us that our lineage is not one of defeat or brokenness, but one of innovation, refinement, and power. Now, when we turn to the Bible, we find the role of the seer. A seer was one chosen by God, one who could see beyond what was visible to the human eye. They were not only foretellers of events, but also interpreters of meaning. They saw the spiritual pattern beneath the surface. Afaru draws a connection here. In her architectural work, she plays the role of a modern seer. She takes what seems like an empty space, a blank canvas of earth, and sees the potential that others cannot yet see. She envisions homes, cities, sanctuaries, and spaces with purpose. Just as seers revealed God's direction, she reveals vision through design. The Moors themselves embodied this vision centuries ago. They were responsible for advancing hygiene and self-care, transforming the way people lived day to day. They refined the art of dining and table etiquette. But perhaps most impressively, they mastered water, engineering irrigation systems, canals, and aqueducts that brought rivers into cities, creating fertile land where once there was none. Their work gave birth to abundance, to crops and produce, sustaining entire nations. Beyond this, the Moors pioneered mathematics, astronomy, philosophy, and medicine. They carried intellectual fire into Europe, planting the seeds that would later blossom into the Renaissance. This was not just knowledge, it was purpose in action. Moving forward in history, Afaru Ifil examines the work of noble Drew Ali and the Moorish Science Temple. His mission was to restore dignity and identity to a lost people. He saw the need to remind men and women of their nobility. Yet, history here becomes complicated. Noble Drew Ali often referenced the Moabites, a people mentioned in scripture. The Moabites, descendants of Lot through his daughters after the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, carried a difficult legacy. Their worship of Chemosh, the national god, was associated with destructive practices, even child sacrifice. Now, with respect, Afaru points out this tension, because while the Moabites were kin to Israel, tied by blood, they were also at odds with them in faith. This complexity reveals something powerful, that even in kinship, purpose divides light from darkness. There is symbolism here as well. Chemosh was often connected to a so-called fish god, but biblically, the true fish God referenced is Dagon. If we study history carefully, we even see echoes of this symbolism in traditions carried on by leaders today, such as the papal fish hat. These symbols remind us that ancient history is never far away, it lingers in plain sight. But returning to the heart of the Bible, the Israelites and the Moabites were family. Moab and Ben-Ami were both sons of Lot, born out of tragedy. Yet the Israelites, through Abraham's covenant, carried a promise that set them apart. Among the 12 tribes, the tribe of Judah rose to prominence. Out of Judah came kings. Out of Judah came the promise. From this tribe we meet King David, the warrior poet, and King Solomon, the wise builder of the great temple. And here again, Afaru sees a reflection of her own calling as an architect. For architecture is not only about the physical, it is about vision, sacred order, and purpose. And from Judah's line came the ultimate promise, the Messiah, Jesus Christ, the Lion of Judah. His life and mission reveal the most important truth of all: purpose is greater than plans. We often say, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And yes, planning has its place. But Afaru Ifil reminds us that plans are limited. They are small compared to the eternal weight of purpose. God's plan of salvation for humanity was greater than any earthly strategy. The Messiah fulfilled a divine purpose that no human could have planned. Purpose is greater than plans. But what if our plans are too small compared to God's purpose? Plans may guide us, but purpose defines us. So what does this mean for us today? It means that finding our purpose is the first task of living. Purpose comes not from envy, not from lust, not from hate, not from war or competition. True purpose is rooted in love. Love is the light that conquers all darkness. And this is why Afuru does what she does. In her architecture, she creates spaces that inspire life and meaning. In her book, Keep the Sunroof Open, she teaches readers how to open their minds and hearts to clarity, mindset, spirituality, and love. Her work, whether through design, through writing, or through teaching, is about helping people find their own purpose. For anyone who is ready to take that step today, her book and companion journal are now available. You can purchase them directly by visiting www.yamafiru.com. This resource is not just reading material, it is a tool for transformation, designed to help people align their lives with their God-given purpose. And so, as her recruiter, I, Sanja, stand here to affirm her truth. Purpose is the reason for living. Purpose trumps plans. It is the anchor that guides us through time, heritage, and faith. And it is available to every single one of us here today. Each of us carries a reason for being greater than anything we could ever script for ourselves. CL Organization 360 and Afuru Ifil invites you to discover, to live, and to walk in that purpose. Thank you for listening, and thank you for receiving this message. Don't forget to visit yamafuru.com.